Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Coming out with it, it's Avery. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to
turning it on! That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. The RPO, it's complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Spartans. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. He'll do it himself. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Rushes on him. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Finds his big tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Tight end now in motion. To the ground, he's got it again. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Here comes the offense on second down. They go to the ground. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got it! And the runner is down, and so is a flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country, and how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops hoping for a chance to go.
And here comes the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Avery. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It'll be 3rd and long. Hand off from the shotgun. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They punted away on 4th down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And the timing just a hair off. So now it's 2nd and long. Off the play fake. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Punt is on its way. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. He'll start this drive firing. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Still on his feet at the 45. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Finds the finish line for the touchdown.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's downs. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play here in the 2nd quarter. They've got it 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Brings up 2nd down.
The give to the back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. There he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Power football with the run. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. I'm not sure what good that did. The completion's fine for the percentage and the stats, but the result's the same. Not enough for the first down. Punt team on the field. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Dropping back. It's Downs. Gets it out fast. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls on the field.
Drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it for a big play. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. So after getting into the end zone in that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. RPO complete to open the drive. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on second down. Makes the catch. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. After swapping ends of the field, that gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? Rides to back and leaves it. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
They'll ride the hot hand.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. On the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Parks.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Avery. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Working that left side now. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the fourth, and the brain trust will go to work. Just keep slinging it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage. They've given up some plays. No big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Leaves it with the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The quarterback takes a knee. Not much cooking on that drive, and now they'll hope to flip the field with this punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Under fire. A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's incomplete. A last gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it.